Input and output devices. We already know the definition, function, and characteristics of a computer. Therefore, the next thing is to know how the data gets into the computer and how the computer gives out the processed data called information to the user. The devices used for these tasks are called input and output devices. Various devices we use to send data to a computer system are what we refer to as input devices. Examples of these devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, joystick, card readers, light pen, digital camera, and so on. After sending the data into the computer system by the help of input devices, how then can we get out information from the system? If you thought of output devices, then you're absolutely right. Output devices are devices that receive information from a computer. Examples are monitor, printer, projector, speakers, and so on. The next set of devices we will be discussing acts as both input and output devices, and these devices are called input-output devices. Examples are touch screen, flash drives, CD-ROM, and so on. In this section, we will talk a little bit more about computer monitor and keyboard. The computer monitor is the screen on which we can view all the information from the central processing units of the computer system. It is also called the display device. Computer monitor comes in various sizes and shapes. We have the cathode ray tube, liquid crystal display, and so on. The computer keyboard can be described as keys that a user presses to enter data, characters, and command into a computer. Now, we will talk about the structure and function of a keyboard. The most common English language key pattern for typewriters and keyboard is called QWERTY, after the layout of the first 6 letters in the top row of its keys. When a key on the keyboard is pressed, a numeric code is sent to the keyboard's driver software and to the computer's operating system software. To make the discussion easier and interesting, we will divide the keys on the keyboard into the following major headings. Function keys. Any of the 10 or more keys labeled F1, F2, and F3, and so on, that are placed along the left side or across the top of the keyboard and are used for special tasks by the different programs. The following are function keys and their uses. F1. If you press F1 while working in a program, help for that program will usually appear. F2. In Windows, this key is commonly used to rename a highlighted icon or file. You can try alternate plus Control plus F2 and Control plus F2 for some more functions. F3. Search features for many programs, including Microsoft Windows. F4. You can repeat last action performed while typing in Microsoft Word. You can also close all running programs using Alt plus F4 key and Control plus F4 press for closing all active windows. F5. Used as a refresh key in many web browsers and other applications. F6. This key is used for moving mouse cursor to writing web addresses at the address bar. F7. Normally, the F7 key is for spell checker, but this key can be reassigned depending on the configuration and software. F8. It can perform several functions and does not have an assigned Windows default. However, when starting Windows 2000 or Windows XP, holding the F8 key will boot in safe mode. F9 opens the measurement toolbar in Quark 5.0. F10 activates the menu bar in many programs. Use Shift plus F10 plus mouse for an external function. F11. It is a full screen shortcut on most of the programs. F12. In Microsoft Word, this key can be used for saving documents. Numeric keys are used to enter numbers into the computer. They are keys from 0 to 9, the plus sign, the minus sign, the asterisk, the backward slash, forward slash, and equals to. Alphabetic keys. Just as the name implies, it is the 26 letters of the English alphabet, ABC. Special character key. In computer science, a key on a keyboard that, when pressed in combination with other key, gives the other key an alternative meaning. These include alternate key, control key, arrow or cursor control keys. These are special keys on computer keyboards that move the cursor. Screen pointing devices are input devices used to move the pointer, also known as the cursor or the screen of a monitor. A device with which you can control the movement of the pointer to select items on the display screen, such as computer monitor. Examples of pointing devices include mouse, trackballs, joysticks, touchpads, and light pens. The major pointing device is the mouse for the desktop computer and the touchpad for the laptop. We also have trackball, light pen, and so on. Since we all know that the mouse is the most common of the screen pointing devices that we have, it is necessary for us to discuss some techniques associated with the use of the mouse. To move a mouse so that the cursor on the computer screen is positioned over or touching something. Clicking buttons on the mouse is used to activate, open, or move icons or other graphical objects on the screen. We have 4 types of clicking. Single clicking. This is the act of pressing the mouse button once without moving the mouse. This is used to select or highlight an object. Double clicking. This is the act of pressing the mouse button twice quickly without moving the mouse. When you double click any application or folder, this will open or execute the function associated with the application. Right clicking and left clicking. Dragging. To move an icon or other selected item on a computer screen by clicking on it with the mouse and pulling it to a new location. In this module, we learned about various input devices with examples, output devices with examples, devices that act as both input and output devices like CD-ROM, the computer monitor and its functions, the computer keyboard and its functions. We also categorize these keys into 5 headings: